welcome back. In the previous class, we have discussed the certain objective questions of the chapter Sexual Reproduction in Flowering Plants. In this class also, we will continue with the certain objective questions relating to the topic double fertilization as well as forced fertilization events. Now, see the topic 2, that is double fertilization, question number 75. So, the question is, a diploid female plant and a tetraploid male plant are crossed, then the ploidy of the endosperm should be. So here first we will write, they have given the female plant. So female plant ploidy is 2n, which is crossed with a male plant. Their ploidy is tetraploid. That's why I have written 4n. And they are asking about the ploidy of the endosperm. In order to know the ploidy of the endosperm, we draw the embryo sac. The female gametophyte is called as embryo sac. You know that here. So this is the egg, and here we can find the presence of synergids. And here we can find 3 cells which are called antipodals. And in the center there are 2 cells which are called polar nuclei. And if you remember, here all the cells are haploid in nature. So all are haploid. So the question is, a female plant, that is a diploid female plant, is crossed with a tetraploid male plant. So usually the gynoecium or androecium in case of flowering plants, it will be diploid. So here it is a normal case or diploid case. So here we can find the polar nuclei, haploid, polar nuclei, no doubt in that. But here they have given normal male plant, it is usually 2n, that is a diploid in nature. But here they have given 4n, that is a tetraploid. So if it is a male plant is a tetraploid, the male plant produces 2 male gametes. So usually the male plant produces 2 male gametes. Usually the 2 male gametes will be haploid in nature. In a normal case, I am telling, if a normal male plant usually having a diploid in nature and it produces 2 male gametes which are haploid in nature. But here, as it is a tetraploid, here it is a tetraploid. After meiotic division, the 2 male gametes become diploid in nature. Try to understand, as it is a tetraploid after meiotic division, so the 2 male gametes will be diploid in nature. Both the 2 male gametes are 2n, that is a diploid in nature. So when the pollen tube enters into the embryo sac, here the pollen tube contains 2 male gametes which are diploid. So in this case we are talking about the diploid male gametes. And you know, one male gamete fuses with the egg, resulting in the formation of zygote. So generally we say a haploid male gamete fuses with the haploid egg, results in the formation of diploid zygote. But here a diploid male gamete fuses with the haploid egg, resulting in the formation of a triploid zygote. Is it right? And another male gamete usually fuses with this polar nuclei. Usually one haploid male gamete fuses with 2 haploid polar nuclei to form triploid primary endosperm nucleus. Later it develops into endosperm. But here the male gamete is a diploid. So here the male gamete, a diploid male gamete, fuses with 2 haploid polar nuclei. So it results in the formation of a tetraploid primary endosperm nucleus. Later it develops into tetraploid endosperm. So here the answer is A. And next question, double fertilization leading to initiation of endosperm in angiosperms required. So how the endosperm is formed? Just now only I told you, another male gamete, that is the second male gamete, fuses with the 2 polar nuclei, resulting in the formation of primary endosperm nucleus that only later develops into endosperm. So here option A, fusion of 1 polar nucleus and the second male gamete. Wrong. Not 1 polar nuclei, always 2 polar nuclei. And B, fusion of 2 polar nuclei and the second male gamete. Yes, this is only correct. And in option C, fusion of 4 or more polar nuclei. Wrong. And D, all the above kinds of fusions in different endosperms. Wrong. Here option B is correct. Next question number 77. If an angiospermic male plant plant is diploid and a female plant is a tetraploid, and the ploidy level of the endosperm will be. So now this question they have given exactly opposite. Now the male plant is diploid and female plant is tetraploid. So now the diploid male plant is fused with the tetraploid female plant. Now the endosperm ploidy will be. So what it will be? Again we need to draw the embryo sac. Here there will be egg apparatus. Here 2 polar nuclei. Here 3 antipodals. So as the male plant is diploid, it produces 2 male gametes. 2 male gametes and both are haploid, that I have explained before only. A normal male plant will be diploid in nature and it produces 2 haploid male gametes. Now the male gametes are haploid. But here the female plant is a tetraploid. If the female plant is a tetraploid, here all the cells will be they are diploid in nature. So as it is female plant is a tetraploid, after meiotic division all the cells will be diploid in nature. So now whatever the cells we can see within the embryo sac, all will be diploid in nature. So now the polar nuclei are also diploid in nature. Let us imagine during the fertilization. So during fertilization, one of the male gamete fuses with the egg. Now these male gametes are haploid. One haploid male gamete fuses with the egg, resulting in the formation of zygote. And another haploid male gamete fuses with another haploid male gamete. Another haploid male gamete fuses with 2 diploid polar nuclei. Now each polar nuclei is diploid, so that 2n plus 2n plus n is equal to 5n. Let me write once again. So male gamete ploidy is n plus 2 polar nuclei. So it is 2n plus 2n. So totally is equal to 5n. The endosperm ploidy will be 5n. Try to understand. One haploid male gamete fuses with 2 diploid polar nuclei. That's why we can say 2 diploid polar nuclei or a tetraploid polar nuclei, resulting in the formation of a pentaploid endosperm in case of certain angiosperms like in this condition. Next one, question number 78. In angiosperms, triple fusion is required for the formation of. So after triple fusion is nothing but one haploid male gamete with the 2 polar nuclei to form primary endosperm nucleus. That is only called as a triple fusion. And why triple fusion is required? For the formation of endosperm. So option B is the answer. And next question, double fertilization is a characteristic of. So double fertilization is the characteristic feature of all angiosperms. No doubt in this. So option A is correct. Next question, double fertilization and triple fusion were discovered by. You know what is double fertilization and you know what is a triple fusion. So these were discovered by option B, Nagachin and Grignard in case of Fritillaria as well as Lilium. And remaining questions we can discuss in the next class. So these type of questions are very important. You may get this type of questions in your NEET examination. So try to understand clearly. If any doubts arises, you can let me know. So I will explain in the next class. Remaining questions we can discuss in the next class.